Hello there. This is CNN News. Our top story tonight. Phase 2 has recently launched, most notably removing layering and introducing the PvP honor system. As a result of this, world PvP and ganking has increased by a reported 800%, terrifying the leveling community. We take you now to one of the areas on Fairlina, consumed by this recent carnage. I must warn you now that some scenes in this report contain strong violence and therefore may be unsuitable for small children and PvE players.
The Hillsbred Foothills, a tranquil zone located just to the south of Undercity. This area previously had only suffered from minor occasional outbreaks of violence and was for the most part only frequently visited by levelers from both factions. However, this largely peaceful area has now been transformed into a war zone. The Alliance and Horde have clashed just outside Torren Mill, and though neither side has yet claimed a substantial victory, the death toll is already estimated to be well into the thousands. What we're seeing here is the classic push and pull tactic engaged in by large-scale world PvPers, inspired from the legendary military commander Master Katara, whose tactics were inevitably practiced by young boomers trying to see if they could waterbend. The tactic is as follows. One faction rushes forward, forcing the other to retreat whilst the stragglers left behind are swept over. The attacking faction then inevitably becomes too confident, which allows the opposing faction to repeat the movement, whereby they then charge and the most eager of the attacking faction are crushed, and the cycle then continues. This conflict, however, has not been without psychological toil. Here we can see a young orc clearly having a psychotic breakdown. Tragically later, he was seen taking his own life. And this troll, cowering for his life inside of the very same shed, hiding from the dangerous forces outside. What he did not seem to realize, however, was that he was broadcasting his location. Truly a terrifying situation to be in. This poor troll, clearly delusional from fear, was later assassinated by a gnome rogue who infiltrated his hiding spot, and in one more tragedy, took his life. Her motivations for this action were unclear, but she did leave behind a small calling card. Its true meaning, no one knows. We reached out for comment from the Horde to find out their views on the current conflict, and it was described as autistic, shitty, and which seemed to surmise the current situation. We were going to reach out to Asmongold for comment, the de facto leader of the Olympus guild structure who were well represented on the battlefield, but we were duly informed that the loyalty of the guilds had fragmented and, quote, by this point only about 5 people actually listened to him, so we didn't bother. The only other feedback we received was from a passing dwarf who only made cliched comments in a bad Scottish accent.
Look at them! Look at the bones!
The combat intensified. More and more players were being swarmed down on each successive wave of attack, until finally, inevitably, after 2 long hours of fighting, I got bored and stopped filming. Due to this, we can only assume that the battle still rages on even now. This has been Siron reporting for Central Noob Network, signing off.
Many lives were lost in the making of this report. Remember, 1 like and 1 sub equals 1 res.
Oh, I also have a Twitter, where I post updates on my videos and really high effort memes.